Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back to talk all things, honey, all the things that's been going on, honey, down to the Love and Marriage Huntsville. We got Marsau versus Martell. We got Nell telling Destiny what she been doing with her coochie, honey. Like, make it make sense. Listen, okay? And then we got some of these content creators talking about Lance is fine. Lance is just light skinned, okay? There's a difference between a nigga being fine and then he just light skinned, okay? Listen, Lance is okay, you know, his credit score then went down with me, honey, making all these random ass babies and thinking yo mammy's supposed to take care of them. Okay, and then we got Miss Nell. To me, she got some type of, I don't know. To me, she seems a bit misogynistic. Oh, I know my boy. I know he screwed Destiny. I just know he can't help himself. Okay, girl, that ain't nothing to be proud of. Okay, Lance need to keep his drawers on. He ain't that damn bad. He ain't that damn sexy. What sexy is men with dick discipline. Listen, okay? Not having, because that's you just following your loins. Anybody could do that. It's the same thing with, like, I don't know. I just feel like certain people, like, their stock goes down when they are known for doing shit that any and everybody is doing. You stop being special when you are just like everybody else. But when you have discipline and when, you know, you are going in the same direction of your mothership, of what you are being called to do, you know, when your personal life match your business life, to me, you really, you know, making moves. Okay, you have true integrity. But Lance is a good businessman, it sounds like, but he ain't got no dick discipline. So he is negative. He is down negative, honey, 9 million points. Yes, 9 million. Okay, that just ain't cute. Okay. And like I said, Destiny is trifling if she dates Twan. I don't care. He ain't that damn cute where she can't pat. Now, there is some men, honey, where if I was Destiny, honey, I would have no loyalty to nobody. Because, honey, look, when you're trying to hold something, you're trying to hold something. Okay, and you can't hold what you want to hold and then hold everybody's opinions. Okay, but Twan ain't all like that. You know, no, you know. If it was my man, I would have to I wouldn't give a damn who related to who, you know. Who else? Morris Chestnut, Boris Kojo, honey, I don't give a damn. Look, all them goddamn rules go out the window. Okay, who else? Lorenz Tate, honey. Okay, Kane from Menace to Society, honey. But that was back, you know. Kane is okay now, but back then, honey, he was fine, honey. Okay, I was just a young tender. But I was looking at Kane. I was like, ooh, child, them lips, honey. Who else did I like? Okay. Will Smith is sexy to me, but, honey, he belongs to Miss Jada. And we know Miss Robinson loved Jada more than Will, so, you know. Will is sexy because he's intellectual. I love men that stimulate my brain. Okay, and not the rest of you niggas that just get on my damn nerves. Okay. So, let's get into these comments about what's going on this damn show. So one person says, on what planet Earth would Martell and Marsau hang around each other after Martell disrespected Marsau's wife? Another person says, when Marsau was claiming the so-called properties, Maurice had this "you lying motherfucker" look on his face. Another person says Martell and Marsau are forever frenemies. Another person says, plus Destiny was with Lance still arguing over Moses with Sonny. Good point. Destiny is just, she busy, but she ain't getting no work done. Okay? I'm just saying, listen, you should have been and bagged the man by now, Destiny. So it's just like, stop arguing over all these strays, all these headaches, okay? Niggas that want to make babies. That is, that is just, I don't care how fine you are, if you always got another kid, coming, okay? You ain't got that Lil Wayne money, do you? Lance? Lance ain't got that Lil Wayne money yet. Okay. And we kind of get it with Lil Wayne. Remember when he had all the girls pregnant, child? The way he be rapping, honey. I have a weakness for a Lil Wayne verse, honey. Okay. I'd be like, oh. Because at first I despised Lil Wayne for having everybody pregnant, especially my girl Lauren London. I was like, And then, you keep listening to Wayne, and then you like, yeah, I kind of see why the bitches was pregnant, honey. Ooh, child. And then Lil Wayne ain't even all that cute, but he got a way with words, and that is a weakness of mine. Okay. There you have it, okay? Listen, stay focused, stay with me. Another person says the only guy left on the supporting cast that Destiny hasn't dated is Monsters. Yeah, Destiny do kind of look like she get around, okay? She do kind of look like she get around, but that's her coochie, and she could do what she wants. She a grown woman, she a beautiful woman. I'll give Destiny that. Another person says that man just became his god brother when Destiny started liking him, and can't nobody tell me different. Ooh. Another person, Destiny is exhausting. She always expects blind loyalty when she doesn't give it. Damn, that's true. Damn. Another person says Destiny stated at the reunion that she and Lance was not serious and she was just dating around. Besides, she was still whining over Sonny's husband. Oh, y'all need to. Not Sonny's husband, honey, who ended up going right back to jail. But listen, you ain't heard it from me, okay? Now that they was talking all that shit to Destiny, and the nigga ended up back in jail. I'm sorry. The jokes write themselves, honey. That was like, oof. Cause honey, Sonny came in hot and wrong, honey. You can't come in hot and wrong. Okay. Another person says if Destiny date Twan knowing that's Lance godbrother, she ain't no better than Sonny. It's actually worse. And then my whole thing is you claim to care about Miss Nell, so, and I don't know. Like, I kind of don't care if Destiny end up dating a guy because, honey, like she said, you is out here making kids. Honestly, like, you really, crossed the line with that. Well, I feel weird. And I kind of get him feeling a little weird or whatever, but you out here making kids, my nigga. You wasn't thinking about no damn Destiny when you was out here creating whole families and baseball teams and shit. So, you got enough kids. Okay. Another person, Marsau was to go between Coleslaw and Martell. Whenever she needed money, he would give her money, and Martell would repay it back because Melody went over their accounts with a fine-tooth comb, and he was using Marsau as the excuse that he was loaning him money and helping him out, knowing that he was repaying more. So the money that he was given was going to Ariane. He was having Ariane's car fixed or whatever the situation is. if Marsau did all of that, that's messed up. Because you're supposed to be Melody's friend and you don't help this nigga cheat on his wife. And you can't tell me that none of them did that. They did that when they was hanging around that girl. Okay, sometimes in life, shit, you are complicit in your silence and you hanging around some shit that you know is wrong, you know, so you can't do that. Another person, Marsau is a fool, and I totally agree they were outside. I think because Martell called Tisha out, that's why she told Mel, please Martell in the limo for his B-Day, but Martell holds some cards on them. Ooh, another person. I think they ran a train on Tisha and Martell was there. Ooh, not was there. Another person says Twan needs a hot oil treatment and Dusty needs to leave her co-worker's sons alone. I own multiple buildings, but my job is a manager at a Cineplex. What the helly? Not what the helly. Okay. Another person says Miss Nell can go from outrage to soft and gentle and she makes for great TV. Yeah, it's something, you know, Mommy Dearest about, not Mommy Dearest. It's something about Miss Nell that gives Lifetime movie character, you know, where you having a tough day, you can, you know, just plant your head in her bosom and she's going to make all your, you know, all the bad feelings go away, honey. Okay, it's something very motherly about Miss Nell. It's something very Kathy Bates about her. Y'all remember the movie from Kathy Bates on Lifetime, A Home of Our Own? I love that movie, honey. Ain't nothing like some good ass Lifetime. I'm going to have to just have a weekend with the good ass Lifetime movies of the 90s, late 80s and early 90s, mid 90s too. Late 90s shit. I don't know what the hell going on Lifetime now. All these goddamn Play-Doh, Lego put together ass movies where you already know what the fuck is gonna happen. Them movies from in the early 90s, honey, you ain't know what was gonna happen. You was glued to your seat. You took off from work, okay, to see how the damn movie turned out. You was in your seat and you watched the motherfucker 3 times. Okay? You watched it in real time, okay? Then you watched it again, and then you told a friend about it, and that made you watch it again, okay? That's how it was back in the day. The movies was good. Now this put together microwave drive-through ass movie. I was like, the shit is so boring now. YouTube is the spot now, honey, for everything. Honey, we taking over. Okay, look, I'm a part of history. Listen, okay, shit. I would rather listen to me than watch some of this shit on Lifetime these days, honey, okay? So another person says Ken and Ariane's connection is that they're both from Dayton, Ohio. Martell needs a storyline so bad. They kept, Say what? Look, I ain't read no bullshit. So we gonna stop y'all in y'all damn tracks. Destiny, didn't you have an issue with Melody wanting you to be a friend wanting you to be her friend, but you chose to be friends with Martell? Didn't you also tell Tisha you could be friends with Martell and her? It seems unfair how you can ask someone not to be friends with someone else and then be upset when they do the same. Yeah, that's kind of what she's doing to Miss Nell. Well, now I gotta think about it. Ain't shit to think about, because you gonna need to borrow $5, $10. Destiny look like that tight. Can I get a loan? Can I borrow a little $5, $10, $20? Can I just get a few dollars to hold me over Miss Nell? And Miss Nell already passing her damn money out like it's Monopoly money to her damn cheering. What's one more person? Okay, so shit, Miss Nell, that's why Miss Nell and Chris, they was down to the reunion and they was like, yeah, I don't think Destiny would be good for him. She another freeloader. That's what the fuck they really wanted to say, but they wanted I'm just playing with y'all. My precious babies. I was watching Marla Gibbs on my favorite episode of Martin, The Housekeeper from Hell. She had me, honey, she just like Monique, my sweet babies. Y'all know Monique talk about you. Marla Gibbs kept fucking up Martin and Gina's clothes and shit, waking them up all early. Had them drinking water out the faucet, honey. Messed up Gina's Donna Karen. Messed up Martin's basketball jersey. Don't know Grant Hill living here. They goddamn Marla Gibbs. Don't know Grant Hill live up in here. What the hell? Took the iron to Gina's Donna Karen. When I tell you, I always laugh like it's my first time watching that fucking episode. And I think I'm going to watch it today. Because, just bring the spirits up, honey. But, yeah, honey, Marla Gibbs, honey, comedic genius. She was genius on 227. I loved her on the Jeffersons, her and George going back and forth. That's that whole Martin and Pam dynamic again. Okay? Even Fred Sanford and Aunt Esther, it's that dynamic again, right? They were a dynamic duo. But when I tell you I fuck with Marla Gibbs the long way, I love that woman. I love her, and she is still around, honey. Okay, I love me some Marla Gibbs, honey. 227 was my shit, honey. Okay, Regina King, shout out to my girl. Another person says that baby was already in the making, and it has been made and was ready to be born. Eventually, when he started fooling with Destiny, he knew he probably had a baby on the way, so he should have went on and told her. It ain't like he started messing with her and then cheated on her and got the girl pregnant and the baby was on the way. Child, stop making excuses for these niggas. Stop making. Lance knew what he was doing. Lance is one of these niggas that like to keep taking his damn drawers off. I'm telling y'all, that's his problem. And his mother condones the behavior. Look at her verbiage. Look at the shit that she's saying. I just know my boy smashed Destiny. I just know. Now, meanwhile, Destiny's coochie is actually attached to her, and she's saying it didn't happen, and then Destiny be lying too. See, honey, this is why I can't be on nobody's side. This is just why. Okay, they say pick a side, but I can't be on nobody's side because 2 and 3 and 4 different things could be true at the same time. Okay, so let's shake a bone and get the hell on. We got Yandy Smith versus Rashida in the infamous showdown. Honey, both of them, I agree with y'all. Both of them is in burning houses. It's just like, y'all cancel each other out. I really do think Kirk and Rashida, they feel like, I don't know. I think they feel like they really killing it. And yeah, I allow my man to have a side baby on me and we're still good. Okay. Look, Ashley Darby, we're better than ever. We're better than ever. Nothing will hold us down. It's just a mess that people out here accusing Rashida and Kirk and Jasmine of being in a throuple. So we got Yandy Smith didn't hold back, calling out Rashida and Kirk's situation in a raw way. She claimed Rashida is very aware that Kirk still sleeps with his baby mother, Jasmine, and that it's not denial, it's strategy. According to Yandy, the real reason Jasmine is kept around is so that they'll have a storyline for Love and Hip Hop. She went on to say Kirk has never stopped cheating or disrespecting Rashida, and the fact that Rashida tolerates it shows low self-esteem and a lack of self-love. Yandy pointed out that Rashida will sit in interviews laughing at other people's drama, but in reality, her own situations is the worst of them all. Ooh. Now that was a read. And then all the shit with Kirk's daughter over there being abused by the rapper, and now he's been unalived, and now they coming for Rashida's son because he's possibly the person that unalived him. I ain't heard nothing else on that. Any updates? Y'all put it in the comments, child. But Let's see what the people think about this. One person says she told that woman, your husband had a whole legacy that you have to raise. Girl, I had to pause the TV. Another person says the difference between Yandy and Rashida is Yandy got her lick back. Rashida didn't. She just tucked her tail and cried the whole time. At least Yandy had the balls to get her lick back. Another person says, I can't believe it because it's the only thing that makes sense as to why Rashida is sticking around and why Jasmine is chummy with Rashida's people. But for real, the storyline has gotten old, so it also makes sense why Rashida and Kirk are moving messy against Yandy and her husband now. Another person says Yandy didn't say much of anything. Rashida confirmed everything people have been saying about Yandy and Memphises. Some of y'all still will ride for Yandy knowing she was gaslighting Rashida. Yandy pulled up an old video of Kirk in the hot tub. Yeah, he been embarrassing her, child. Another person says, I agree with Yandy to a point and don't be going on interviews talking about her marriage because she didn't or wouldn't do that to you. The only time Yandy started any talking about Rashida and Kirk's marriage was on the show when Rashida started deflecting to hers. Yeah, it seemed like Yandy was trying to be loyal to Rashida, and Rashida just threw her ass under the bus. But see, this is the thing. I'm not really here for Yandy either, but I do kind of get where Yandy is coming from. I do. Because I feel like she had a little bit more, I don't know. She was more willing to put up a united front on the show than Rashida. Rashida was just like, bitch, I don't know you. Don't talk like that. We ain't friends like that. You know. So, I don't see it really for both of them, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, Rashida, though, and Kirk, they really ain't shit to me. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And ain't they so much older than Yandy and Memphises? Why do I call him Memphises? Because he full of shit. Listen. Okay, so let's shake a bone and get the hell on. Next, we got Giselle, Robin, and K. Michelle. This right here would be the reason why I wouldn't want K. Michelle on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You can't take everything so damn personal, but K. Michelle is a hood bugger. She ghetto. I don't care how much money she got. When bitches is ghetto, they respond to every little thing. Every little thing is a perceived threat. Every little thing hurts their feelings. Everything threatens them. They always want to fight. They always miserable. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's just like, this is where the punishment didn't fit the crime. And I am not even Giselle and Robin's biggest fans, but they were actually pretty harmless compared to, some other people. So it says, shout out to itsonlyentertainment.net. Giselle and Robin tried to clown K. Michelle for joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. No, they didn't. And it was more of Robin saying something. Giselle was actually saying she wasn't mad at K. Michelle coming on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Robin kind of stated that, damn, like they got Angel from Basketball Bullies, okay, down to the Married to Medicine. It seemed like they just recycling people. Now they got K. Michelle, on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Real Housewives of Atlanta is just not the same as it used to be. So it's a different show now. And now they have to, I think, offer people that are already known to the public, that already have the lifestyle. K. Michelle is married. She's very successful. So, it kind of makes sense. I think that it must be hard to cast for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think a lot of husbands, honey, don't want their wives on the show because a lot of their shit is going to come out. Shit go hit the fan. So now they got to choose people that are willing to actually do the show. Because we ain't going to sit up here and act like Real Housewives of Atlanta ain't a whole fucking headache. It look like it is. Ain't no amount of money. Ain't no river. Honey, I was going to do a Mama Joyce two-step, but, honey, I don't feel like it. Okay, I was going, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from your ass. But yeah, it ain't any amount of money they could pay me to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't need the drama. I don't need the stress. I don't need the headache. I do need that check, but I ain't trying to go through all that shit to get it. Listen, I'm not, we ain't trying to do all that. So yeah, Robin was just basically like saying like, yeah, they just recycling people. And I thought it was an honest observation, because that's what I was thinking at first, like, goddamn, y'all can't find people. But I think it's hard to kind of, to kind of cast for these shows now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just really wasn't no big deal. K. Michelle overreacted, and it's like I agree with Claudia Jordan, because Claudia kind of commented on K. Michelle and her mouth so far. But yeah, it's like you saying a lot. You too overly reactive to everything. I don't like that. That's something about her I don't like. And I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how successful you are. If you behave in certain ways, I'm not featuring you like that. So let's see what the people think. One person says, like, seriously, Robin was fired. She has no reason to talk about anyone. She wasn't even talking about her like that. She was just reacting to K. Michelle joining Real Housewives of Atlanta, like all of us, So another person says Giselle didn't. Robin was, but when she seen Giselle was offered K joining the franchise, Robin was backtracking her comment. People are asking, who is K. Michelle married to? Yeah. Another person says, I don't feel what either of them said was bad. Thank you. Basically, Bravo tries not to cross networks and use people from other shows. That is true. Like, all of this shit is true. To come to their franchises. Giselle says she's here for it. Robin was really talking more about the Angel Girl from Basketball Wives going to Married to Medicine. I understand both viewpoints. Me too. And I just feel like K. Michelle looks bad. She does. And you got people in the comments talking about, yeah, she just really checked them. It's not good that she's like so overreactive. And that type of behavior, like, they're really, not gonna be checking for her now, especially Robin. I'm not even gonna go down the tunnel with you guys with the Juan situation. Yes, Robin plays herself when it comes to Juan, but to me, Robin didn't say anything that bad. That's that ghetto shit. That overly emotional about fucking everything. And thinking everything is an attack. And thinking, like, girl, mind your business. Go drink your Jack Daniels. Go on tour. Do something. Stop being, you too big to be reacting to nothing. They didn't even say nothing. And that's that being on the attack. That's a ghetto girl trait. Being on the attack. Taking every fucking thing personal. Okay, being in an argument by yourself. Punching your damn self. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's like, and Robin just kept it classy. Because K. Michelle said, why be so worried about me and my overly educated and successful self and what I might be doing? Right now you're proving you're not doing shit, but you got time to comment on some bullshit. Now, if somebody comes for K. Michelle, like they have did so many times in the past, she got the right to say what she gonna say. But this was nothing. Why are you so fucking overly bothered, overly triggered? Girl, go sing a country song. That's why I don't want her on there, because I don't want that bully energy. And that's another thing about ghetto, unhappy, miserable ass women, is they try to be bullies. They do. Okay? So K. Michelle says, Robin, you ran out of a job a long time ago. You would love to be recycled you would love to be recycled, you couch potato. Bitch, who wants to be a couch potato? Me. Ain't this whole overly working, overly grinding shit get me out? Robin is probably living her best life. Well, not best, because she's still attached to wine, but you see what I'm saying, okay? Probably glad not to be on that damn show no more, you know, with all that drama. Like, a lot of shit, you guys, it's not what it is. Being on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac is good for the check and to vacation, but going through all that shit to get that check, arguing with bitches you don't even care about, you know, bitches that don't see it for you, you ain't never synced it for them. Okay. You should have ran through the hotel lobby where your husband was, lady. Why you going there? We know that Y is allowed to cheat allegedly on Robin. Okay, we know that. We know she gonna stay. We know Robin don't care. See, you saying too much. That's another thing about the ghetto bitches. I'm telling y'all, they have a way of overly saying too much, being way too invested in you when you don't give a fuck about them. That's what really makes them look stupid. And it's like, K Michelle, baby, you was not eating. You was not eating. Giselle, you look beautiful. Leave me alone and let me go yodel in peace. No, bitch, you should have been yodeling and let them do what they're doing. They have a podcast, okay, Reasonably Shady or whatever the hell it's called. Let them do them. That's what they're doing. And one thing I will say, and I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing, Giselle and Robin, they don't overly like react to stuff. The shit with Candace, that's a thing in itself. They was fucked up for that. But I'm just saying, they don't overly like get all upset and it's like you. So, oh, K Michelle also said, I'm around here selling out shows and you selling baseball hats, but you worried about me. You said way too much. Now you knocking what she does for a living, like, and she has some type of skin care spa. The nerve of this couch potato. Girl, ain't nobody trying to work that hard no more. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to work that hard no more. But yeah, K Michelle overreacted. Y'all put y'all comments in the comment section. Robin responds and says, still selling satin lined baseball hats from my couch. I love it here. Posted a pretty picture. I love that green. Robin looked really good. Robin kept it simple. Robin, do you see the difference in between the reads? And I don't even think Robin's was a read. She was very neutral. She was very much so unbothered. K Michelle, you're way more successful. And it's so funny about her and Tamar, they don't get along, but both of those women are incomplete packages of each other. They are their own worst enemy, their own worst nightmare. They overly react. They just get real messy with the public and, you know. And I feel like K Michelle feels like she's so much mature than Tamar. That's why I'm always kind of like Team Tamar, because I believe Tamar knows she's a fucking mess. I don't know, I just like Tamar more, because Tamar seemed like she could really be a sweet person. And I just don't get, like, yes, Tamar can be ghetto and ignorant. And I love her singing voice better than K Michelle too. K Michelle got a good voice too, but Tamar is just more my girl. I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but I just feel like Robin won. K Michelle, Robin won. She won. She doesn't have to be on that show. She was able to be on Traders. She's able to still do her podcast with Giselle. Yeah, she got raggedy ass wine. That's what's wrong with Robin. Such a beautiful woman, right? But Robin looks happy. Like, bitch, I'm glad I ain't in the mix no more. I ain't got to do all of that. And y'all be all up in my business judging me. Robin won that. That's how you can tell who's at peace. The one that says less or nothing at all. Okay? Okay, so next we got Lauren LaRosa. She calls out Carmelo Anthony for not mentioning Lala during his Hall of Fame speech. Hello. Look at how that marriage ended. Didn't he get another bitch pregnant? Okay, so why the hell do you expect for him to be a good man, Savannah, when he making a damn speech? Listen, look at how he did her. So why the fuck would he? He didn't appreciate her when he had her. So why the hell would he mention her? Okay, I think he should. I do. Because I think Lala instilled something in him. Whatever it was, it couldn't stop his ass from cheating. But I fuck with Lala. That's another thing y'all don't know about me. I really like Lala Anthony. I think she's beautiful. She's Boricua. Did I say it right? Okay. She's a sister. Red beans and rice. Didn't miss her. I like Lala. Me and Lala could be cool. I just know I'm a Cancer. She's a Cancer. I loved her shows back in the day. I've read her books. I fuck with Lala the long way. That is a good woman. So Lauren LaRosa says it's kind of messed up that Carmelo didn't at least mention Lala in his Hall of Fame speech. Together or not, I think she deserved a mention. I do agree with that. But, girls, ain't nobody asking these niggas for shit. Because all you got to do is look at how the marriage was dissolved. Look at how it ended. He wasn't thinking about her in the fucking marriage. Why would he think about her after? Okay? And give her any props. He wasn't thinking about her in the fucking marriage. Let's see what the people got to say. So one person says, but he said all the real single mothers are the real MVP. That includes her. Lala not being there is a big deal unless she's working on Power, part 17. Another person says Carmelo most definitely upgraded Lala's whole lifestyle. Now, granted, she was gaining a lot of notoriety from MTV and becoming a more famous as a hip-hop VJ, but Melo was 50 million and was already a household name at 19. Who gives a fuck? Money... Just because he had more money than her, hell, he should. He's the man to me. So she probably still helped him with his personality, with just being. A woman doesn't have to have a whole lot of money to help change a man and help him to be the best man that he can be. Okay? So just him being associated with her is a good look to me, because if you pay attention to how Lala does her interviews, she really does seem like a real, genuine, sweet, transparent, honest, no nonsense type of person. She just seems really cool. Like, out of like a lot of these, celebrities that come off as narcissistic and drama filled and chaotic, you don't never get that from Lala. She's genuine. I love her voice. I loved her on MTV. I used to watch her all the time. I was a fan back then. So yeah. Another person, this is what Lala would have been without Melo and his NBA money. And now you got all the niggas. Well, he the one, these the same ones that took away Jada's whole fucking career because, what? She dated August Alsina while still being married to Will, but she told you niggas she was separated and they had broken up within the marriage. But that's how the niggas are set up. They think you supposed to get cheated on, dogged, abused, disrespected, and you supposed to have all this fucking loyalty to them. I don't think so. Okay, they literally see you as somebody that should be broken down in lowest terms. Okay? That's what they do. What? But let's not act like Melo didn't put her in position of power. She was already in the industry, but Melo made her whole swag go up. What? Lala before Melo. Leave her alone. They posting her, you guys, in a bikini, talking about her body ain't all that good and it wasn't that good before she got with Mello. Get the fuck out of here. Another man, he owes her nothing. He bought her plastic surgery and she's still benefiting off of it today. She needs to thank him. Wow, just raggedy. Raggedy. Ain't no damn good. Last but not least, we got Ciara's son with rapper Future now officially carries Russell Wilson's last name after legal change. I know that's right, bitch. I know that's right. I love me some Ciara, honey. That's another one I like, honey. Okay? Let me see you 1, 2 step. Dun. Okay, I love me some Ciara. I was just listening to Promise the other day and I love, oh, what else? Goodies was my shit. I gotta get Ciara on my playlist a little bit more. Ciara was that girl. What was that? 2000 and what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, she was that girl. Okay. So Ciara and Russell Wilson have once again captured public attention, not with a red carpet moment, but with a deeply personal family milestone. The famous singer legally added her husband's last name, Wilson, to her eldest son, Future Zaire's legal name. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, because Future out here getting everybody pregnant, probably ain't paying the damn child support, being a whole nigga leasing. So Ciara did what the fuck she had to do. That'll teach you niggas, okay? That'll teach you each and every time.